Today, Alexandra is going to talk to you about what podcast equipment to use, our workflow processes, and how to control for the optimal audio environment. Hope you enjoy it and find value. As always, please comment below.
Hi, my name is Alexandra and I'm the production manager here at Happy Market Research. Today I'm going to walk you through the equipment that we have for our podcasting studio, give you a couple suggestions on setup and some pieces that you might invest in if you're looking to set up a podcasting studio as well. So let's dive in. Let's start with a basic principle behind your audio and how you should be managing it. There are a few tools that can make my job, your job, a lot easier, and the basic principle here is that the better audio quality that you capture to begin with, the better you're going to have overall. So it's much harder to edit and improve bad audio than it is to work with good audio and make it even better from there. It's pretty simple and straightforward, maybe a little bit obvious, but the more that you can protect that quality from the get-go, the better off you'll be. Step one is to control your room. At the Happy Market Research office, this is a temporary space for us right now, and we don't currently have our own studio. As you can see, we have some external noise like that car going by, and those are some of the factors that we have to control in our space right now. As we move into our permanent space, we're looking to put an actual studio in there, which will definitely help with that sort of thing. But if you're like me, where you're setting up in a space that's not necessarily optimized for recording, here are some things that you can look out for. The space that we have has a cement floor, it has large windows, it has brick walls, and all of these are hard surfaces, and that's what we call a wet room. So if you think about the ultimate wet room, that's like your bathroom. While you're taking a shower, you have tile and hard surfaces like that. It's very echoey, it has a lot of reverb, and that can be hard to control in your audio when you're finished with it. So one way that you can control something like that is with a foam pad like this. You can create a box around your mic that will help protect from some of those reverberations that are coming off of the wall. If you have large foam pads, you can put them against the wall or some of the hard surfaces, and that helps a lot more than you might think. If nothing else, again, control the auxiliary sounds in your room. So some of the things that we do is obviously closing the door. This is a co-working space, so there are other offices here. We turn off our air conditioning. It gets a little toasty while we're doing our recording sessions. So as much as possible, we control that auxiliary sound. We control the reverberation that happens naturally within this space, and we do our best with what we have. Step two, let's take a look at the equipment that we have, and I'll give you some suggestions as well. So at the Happy Market Research podcast, it starts with the mic. We use these SM7Bs. They're by Shure. They're a great mic for a podcast. They're great. They're often used in radio as well, and even sometimes in the recording studio for VO and music recording. They're particularly good at isolating voices, and it's why they're used in podcasting and radio, so that you can have multiple people talking in the room at the same time into each of these mics, and they're pretty well isolated from one another. We also use two cloud preamps. A preamp does exactly what it sounds like. It basically amplifies the signal before it gets to your recorded file. They also clean up the sound a little bit so that you can hear the audio a little bit more clearly. These are great, but they're not a requirement for your setup. So if you're looking for ways to bring down the cost in your kit, this is something that you might skip if cost is a factor, but if you're looking to really preserve that audio, then this might be something to invest in on the other hand. The basic recording equipment that we have, the actual recording device, is the Zoom H6. That's what we're using here at the Happy Market Research podcast. This also has built-in preamps, which is why this is a little bit of a extra measure. And again, if you get this, then you don't necessarily need this. The H6 is portable. It can record up to 6 tracks, so we have left and right on the built-in mics, as well as 4 additional tracks on the side here. You can record straight onto the SD card for internal memory, or you can plug it in straight into your laptop and go from there. This unit is really great for on-site interviews. It comes with a couple of mics with the kit that you can use and just jam it in someone's face, or more politely, ask them some questions for on-site or live responses if you would like. Let's move on to digital tools. One of the best tools I found for a podcast like the one we do here at Happy Market Research, where we're interviewing people nationally and internationally, is Zencastr. Most of the people we've worked with haven't used it before, and we are not sponsored, but Zencastr hit me up because I've been recommending you guys all over the place. Zencastr allows you to conduct a VoIP call just like you would with Skype or any other conferencing type software. But what's unique is that it captures audio on the side of each individual's computer, so any latency or connection issues no longer become a problem and they're not picked up in the audio file. It also removes that sound of someone being on a telephone that you get sometimes when you're recording on Skype or something similar. I do all of my production in Adobe Audition. It comes with some great basic plugins that are easy to use. Audition is also quite flexible with your level of skill. I am definitely not the world's best recording engineer or audio editor, but I have learned a lot with this tool, and it has been very adaptive to my level and my expertise as I learn more and go along with it. It's certainly not the only audio editor that's out there. There are a lot that are cheaper and even some that are free that are available online. So find one that works for you with your level of expertise. So in conclusion, my #1 recommendation is to get a high quality mic like the SM7Bs. It can make a world of difference. From there, I would add a nice preamp before going into your machine. And if you want to add a mixer, there are a couple of Behringer mixers that are small, lightweight, but do a great audio quality. If you have any other questions or you're looking for other recommendations, leave them in the comment section down below. You can hit us up on social. We are at HappyMRXP everywhere, or you can email us, hello@happymr.com. We would be happy to answer any questions or make any further recommendations, and we hope you have a wonderful day.